Respect is for those who deserve it, not for those who demand it. Imagine a world where your emotions and actions are controlled, not by others but by you alone. Picture a life where you are not easily swayed by the behavior of those around you. Sounds peaceful, doesn't it? That's the world of Stoicism. It's about mastering your emotions, maintaining inner peace, being wise enough to choose the people who deserve your respect. Today, we're going to dive deep into one particular aspect of Stoicism, knowing who not to respect in a world full of distractions and chaos. The company we can significantly impact our peace of mind. So let's get right into it. Here are the 10 things that should make you question giving someone who respect one dishonesty. We all make mistakes, and sometimes it can be hard to tell the truth, especially when we're afraid of the consequences. But there's a difference between the occasional fear and someone who constantly lies and breaks promises. When someone lies to you regularly, it's not just dishonest, it feels like a betrayal. Think about it when someone is dishonest. You can't trust them, and if you can't trust them, how can you respect them? Whether it's a friend, a partner, or even a colleague, relationships built on lies eventually collapse. Without a foundation of trust, everything else falls apart. Imagine the damage done. Someone you care about repeatedly deceives you. You start questioning everything they say and do, wondering if they're ever telling the truth. This constant doubt can eat away at your peace of mind and your sense of security. So if someone's dishonesty is causing you to second-guess everything, it might be time to reevaluate that relationship. Stoicism teaches us the importance of living with integrity and surrounding ourselves with people who do the same. Let's strive for honesty in our relationships and respect those who offer us the same in return. Lack of accountability. Have you ever encountered someone who seems to have the capacity of dodging responsibility? You know, the type who always points fingers elsewhere when things go all right. It's like they have a special talent for shirking blame and ducking consequences, but here's the kicker. By constantly shifting accountability, they're not just avoiding facing the music, they're avoiding growth. Yep, they're stuck in a perpetual cycle of denial. Don't sing around the truth like it's a hot potato. They never want to catch. But here's the thing, you don't have to get caught up in their game of blame bingo. Don't let their lack of responsibility drag you into their whirlpool of excuses and avoidance. You've got your own path to walk, and it's paved with honesty and accountability. So when you spot someone trying to wriggle out of their own mess, don't get tangled up in their web of denial. Keep your head held high, stay true to your values, and let accountability be your guiding light through life's murky wall. 3. Victim mentality. Let's talk about the victim mentality. People who constantly see themselves as powerless in every situation. They might blame the world for their problems or think everyone else has it easier. This mindset can be exhausting to be around. It's a slippery slope. Have you ever tried to offer them advice, only to be met with a list of reasons why nothing will ever change? It feels like talking to a brick wall, because they seem to enjoy staying in their comfort zone of self-pity. They might not even realize it, trapping themselves in a cycle of helplessness. This isn't about ignoring people's struggles or feelings. We face challenges, but respecting someone doesn't mean allowing them to stay stuck in a negative mindset. True respect is about empowering each other to grow and overcome life's obstacles. Think about how Stoicism teaches us to take responsibility for our lives. It's about recognizing what we can control and what we can't. When someone consistently avoids taking action and blames others, they hinder their own progress and potentially yours too. It's important to surround yourself with people who inspire you to rise above challenges, not pull you back down. If you find yourself constantly giving energy to someone stuck in a victim mentality, it might be time to step back and re-evaluate how that relationship affects your own journey. Remember, the people we choose to respect and spend time with can greatly impact our outlook and resilience. Let's aim to cultivate a mindset of growth and seek out those who challenge us to be better. Keep your own peace of mind a priority and choose wisely. Disrespecting boundaries. Think about the last time someone barged into your personal space without asking, or interrupted your plans with no regard for your schedule. How did that make you feel? When someone disrespects your boundaries, they're not valuing you as a person. They see their own wants as more important than your needs. Maybe it's a friend who constantly drops by unannounced, or a colleague who offloads work onto you without checking your workload. Or perhaps it's a family member who cries into your private life. These actions can feel intrusive and overwhelming, right? People who disrespect your boundaries don't deserve your respect. Respecting your boundaries is key to maintaining your mental and emotional well-being. It allows you to protect your energy and stay focused on what truly matters to you. When you stand firm in your limits, you send a clear message to others. Your time and space are valuable, and you expect them to be treated with care. It may be tough at first, especially if you're not used to setting boundaries. But trust me, the peace and confidence you gain are worth the effort. Once you establish these limits, you might even notice a shift in the way people treat you. They'll recognize your strength and self-respect. Remember, Stoicism isn't about shutting people out. It's about creating a life where you can thrive. By setting and maintaining boundaries, you take control of your life and create a more balanced and peaceful existence. Let me know in the comments, what's one boundary you set recently that has made a positive impact on your life? 5. Constantly complaining. Only complainers rarely offer solutions. They only drag others down with their constant negativity. We've all met someone like this. They point out every little thing that's wrong, but never seem to look for ways to fix the situation. Energy that make you see the world in the dark of night. Still resisting, on the other hand, teaches us to focus on what we can control, to take action rather than just complaining. It's about shifting our perspective, to see challenges as opportunities for growth, instead of reasons to complain. Carrying a heavy weight around your neck, it pulls you down, making it harder to see the good in life. Imagine how much lighter you'd feel if you spent your time with encourage you to find solutions and to celebrate even small victories. These are the people who inspire us to be better, who help us see the potential in every situation. So the next time you find yourself surrounded by chronic complainers, ask yourself, are these the kind of voices I want in my life? Will they help me grow and become a better version of myself? Remember, you have the power to choose who you listen to and who you give your energy to. Don't let complaining drag you down. Choose to rise above it and seek out those who lift you up instead. 6. Arrogance. Arrogance can be incredibly toxic. Have you ever been around someone who constantly talks about themselves? Ignore. Maybe someone who believes that way is the only way. This kind of attitude can stifle conversation and create an environment where no one feels heard or valued. In Stoicism, humility is key. It teaches us that everyone has something to offer, something we can learn from. It's about recognizing our own limitations and being open to the perspectives and experiences of others. When we encounter people who are full of arrogance, we often find it hard to have a meaningful interaction with them. So, if you find yourself dealing with someone who always has to be right, who never acknowledges their own mistakes, or who constantly seeks to belittle others to elevate themselves, take a step back. Their behavior can bring negativity and friction into your life. Instead, surround yourself with people who approach life with humility, who are willing to listen and learn from others. It's in this space that growth happens and Stoicism thrives. So be mindful of the company you keep and choose to respect those who value wisdom over arrogance. 7. Exploitation. People who take advantage of your kindness and generosity are not acting in good faith. Respect is mutual, and if someone is only using you for their gain, it's time to reassess the relationship. Think about how it feels when someone leans on you too much. always asking for favors but never offering help in return. Over time, it can become clear that they're not in it to build a genuine connection. Instead, they're simply exploiting your good nature. It's essential to recognize the signs of exploitation. Believe maybe they're only around when they need something from you, or perhaps they make you feel guilty. If you don't comply with their requests, remember, teaches us to respect ourselves and maintain balance in our relationships. Take a moment to evaluate your interactions. Are the people in your life who leave you feeling drained, undervalued, or taken for granted? If so, it might be time to set some boundaries or distance yourself from those who aren't treating you with the respect you deserve. Choosing to step back from these one-sided relationships can be tough, especially if you've invested time and energy into them. But remember, protecting your peace and well-being should always come first. When you clear out the toxic influences, you make room for healthy, more fulfilling connections, so pay attention to how you feel around others. If someone is only focused on what they can get from you, without considering your needs, it's a clear signal that this relationship isn't serving you. Choose wisely and prioritize your self-worth. 8. Gossiping. Have you ever been in a situation where someone seems to always be talking about others? Gossip can feel almost like a bad habit. Easy to get caught up in, but extremely harmful to both the person doing it and those around them. It's like poison that slowly seeps into our relationships, eroding trust and building walls between us and others. Imagine you're at work and a colleague starts telling you stories about another person's mistakes. They might seem innocent at first, maybe even entertaining, but over time, you start to question whether you can trust this colleague. After all, if they're talking about someone else, who's to say they're not talking about you when you're not around? Stoicism teaches us to rise above these petty conversations. Instead of focusing on other people's flaws, a true Stoic mindset directs its energy towards personal growth and self-improvement. This is because Stoics understand that gossip is a distraction. It shifts our focus from our own goals and progress to others' shortcomings, which doesn't benefit us in any way. When we choose to avoid gossip, we are not only protecting our own peace of mind, but we're also fostering a more positive environment around us. By staying clear of gossip and refusing to engage, we set an example for others and contribute to a more respectful and uplifting community. And so next time you find yourself in the company of someone who can't seem to stop gossiping, remember the Stoic path. Politely steer the conversation in a different direction, or simply remove yourself from the situation. Protect your energy and focus on what really matters: your own growth and well-being. 9. Negative influence. Imagine you're working hard on your goals, pushing yourself toward your dreams. But every time you share your excitement or progress with someone, they respond: skepticism, criticism, or dismissive attitude. How does that make you feel? It can be draining, right? That's the effect of negative influences. When you constantly surround yourself with people who bring to energy, it can create doubts in your mind about your capabilities and cloud your focus. It becomes harder to see the possibilities ahead. When someone is always pointing out the problems, respecting your mental well-being means being mindful of who you let into your life. Avoiding negative influences doesn't mean you have to cut people out of your life entirely, but it doesn't mean you need to set healthy boundaries. So, how can you recognize and distance yourself from negative influences? First, pay attention to how you feel after interacting with someone. Are you inspired and energized, or do you feel drained and discouraged? Second, remember that you have the power to choose who you spend your time with. You owe it to yourself to protect your energy and create a space where you can thrive. Stay connected to people who lift you up and challenge you to be your best self. This is how you can respect yourself and your journey. 10. Manipulation. Have you ever had that unsettling feeling that someone is trying to control you, not directly telling you what to do, but suddenly guiding your thoughts and emotions for their own benefit? That's manipulation, and it can sneak up on you if you're not careful. Manipulation can come in many forms: emotional blackmail, guilt trips, or even the silent treatment to get you to do something you might not want to do. It can leave you feeling confused and second-guessing yourself. But remember, you are the captain of your own ship. Your thoughts, feelings, and decisions are yours to control. When someone consistently tries to twist your emotions for their advantage, they're not respecting you as a person. They're using you, and that's not a healthy relationship. Don't let anyone hijack your peace of mind. Stand up for yourself, set clear boundaries, and walk away if necessary. Respect yourself enough to demand better. When you prioritize your own well-being, you open the door to relationships that uplift and support you instead. By understanding these 10 behaviors and distancing yourself from those who engage in them, you're taking control of your own peace of mind and well-being. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can, and the company we keep is a major part of that. So choose wisely who you allow into your life. Seek out relationships that inspire you, challenge you to grow, and respect your journey. Your time and energy are precious. Spend them with people who enrich your life. Drain it. What are your thoughts on these behaviors? Have you experienced any of them? Share your stories in the comments below. Your experiences can help others navigate similar situations. If this video has resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content that empowers you to live your best life. When you subscribe, you become part of a community that values wisdom, resilience, and personal growth.